The 4 Stages of Ideological Subversion. A warning to the West from an ex-KGB agent, medium. Recipe for a communist takeover. Yuri Bezmenov was a former KGB agent for the Soviet Union who had defected to the West in 1970. During his time as an agent, he had witnessed firsthand the methods the USSR had used to cause Marxist revolutions to erupt throughout the world. According to Bezmenov, ideological subversion is a covert strategy used by the KGB and other Soviet agencies to undermine and ultimately overthrow Western governments by spreading propaganda and disinformation. Bezmenov explained that the process of ideological subversion has 4 stages, which are: Stage number 1, demoralization. This stage can take up to 20 years to complete. Bezmenov described the first stage, demoralization, as a process of gradually eroding the values and beliefs of a society until its members no longer have a clear sense of right and wrong. Stage number 2, destabilization. This stage can last for 2 to 5 years. The second stage, destabilization, involves creating economic, social, and political chaos in a society. Bezmenov explained that this can be achieved through various means, including the creation of social unrest, the promotion of radical groups, and the undermining of government institutions. Stage number 3, crisis. This stage can be completed in as little as 6 weeks. The third stage is a crisis, where the chaos created in the destabilization stage reaches a boiling point and a state of emergency is declared. Stage number 4, normalization, can last for decades. The fourth and final stage is normalization, which involves the imposition of a new, authoritarian regime that claims to restore order and stability to the society. Bezmenov explained that this stage can last for decades and involves the complete suppression of dissent and the establishment of a totalitarian state. The ideal recruits of the KGB. Yuri was instructed to surround himself with media personalities, rich filmmakers, academics, and cynical, egocentric people. The best recruits in the eyes of the KGB were narcissistic, greedy, morally devoid individuals who can help destabilize their country of origin. In the United States, the KGB recruited professors and civil rights activists to subvert and destabilize the country. Interestingly, even though those journalists were idealistically leftists, the KGB eventually wanted them dead, as they knew too much. It was the true believers in Marxism and Soviet socialism or communism that became targets. Once these leftists become disillusioned, they become their worst enemies. For a population self-absorbed in a world of propaganda, and theories of Marxism and Leninism, truth loses its grip on the society. This will happen in America if you allow the schmucks to bring the country to crisis, promise people all kinds of goodies and paradise on earth, destabilize your economy, eliminate the principle of free market competition, put a big brother government in Washington, D.C. with benevolent things. When Bezmenov arrived in the United States in the 1970s, he believed that America was in the demoralization stage. Some argue that the country is now in the destabilization stage, with increasing polarization, social unrest, and political chaos. In a societal or political context, demoralization may refer to the deliberate effort to weaken the morale, motivation, and resilience of a group or population. It can be achieved through various means, including propaganda, disinformation, psychological manipulation, or systematic suppression of dissenting voices, with the aim of undermining unity, resistance, or opposition. What do you think about Yuri Bezmenov's observations in relation to what is happening in the U.S. today? Do you believe these observations on the 4 stages of a communist takeover to be applicable to what is going on in the United States currently?